When I suggest that you don't want to leave the Matrix, there are two types of people. The first are those that are sincerely trying to figure out why they are here and what life is all about. Additionally, there are certain individuals who simply want to claim that they are in the Matrix and that they have managed to escape it. Though it is an illusion, reality is not a matrix. Rather, it is a result rather than a cause. Emotion, repeated instruction, and the conviction that those are what control your nervous system and your frequency. We all know that everything in this world is just different rates of frequency. I am going to show you that this is an illusion. All you need to do is understand how it functions and learn how to control it instead of attempting to escape the Matrix. Would you try to break out of reality if you can control it and get what you? Now, let's take a look at the building blocks of matter, the atoms. These atomic building blocks consist of three basic building blocks: the proton, the electron, and the neutron. They are strengthened by quarks and gluons, and ultimately composed of wave potential, which itself is composed of nothing. That is the reason behind its name, that it's also confirmed by quantum mechanics. We live in a sea of wave and particles. We and everything around us is wave and particles. Essentially, every is in a state of superposition, a wave-like state, and is not. And until they are observed, the electron will collapse into the manifestation of what the observer wanted to be. In other words, until reality is observed, it has the potential to be whatever you want it to be. What it collapses into is based on what the observer perspective and the on about it is. That is because you and the universe that is nothing, it's unmanifest. Think about the universe itself comes from the unmanifest, the nothing. Because the universe is a thing, it is the cause of the unmanifest, the universe, which is regarded as a space-time. And what is outside of it, it's eternal, because it is not bounded by the flow of time. Non-physical, because it is not bounded by space. So basically, what is outside the universe is unmanifest, infinite and internal. The universe is the potential of the infinite possibility of the unmanifest nothing that can be anything we have both our awareness, aka soul, can turn inward and create imaginary thing that are unmanifest, and we actuality live in a definite manifest state. Our conscious and subconscious mind operate the same as the universe and the unmanifest. For example, the subconscious mind matches the universe and the mind matches the unmanifest. Like, look at everything in the universe, it's all energy, right? And every single one of them of a different vibrational pattern, known as frequency. That's how the subconscious mind work. Ingrained habits, emotion, reaction, and your autopilot actions. Those also have their own frequency, just like everything in the universe. On the other hand, the unmanifest is always present, like your awareness. Because remember, everything is atom, and when you break it down, theirs is nothing, the unmanifest. So how can this information help you have a better life, be a better person, or even achieve your goals? Knowledge isn't the problem, the execution is knowing that the universe is a reflection of your internal state you have to change. If you want any different outcome in your life, nothing changes. If nothing changes, you have to ask yourself what you want, and build the mental foundation until you become the person it won't happen. Overnight, get rid of thing you know will hold you back. Incorporate what is necessary. You won't see the impact of those changes for a while, but when it will worth the wait. And remember, you have to keep doing what's foundational to your change, because you will fall off. It's a lifestyle, not something you turn on and off. If you change all your habits, plus your favorite activity, you'll become a new person. So if you stop doing the things that make you elevate, you'll regress. Honesty, this should have no been here. But it's a good analogy, so let's finish it off. With this, think about the devices we use. And day-to-day basis, they all run on coding. And the coding is more important than what we see on the surface level. What is on the surface level cannot run without the coding, and vice versa is not true. You are basically going into your operating system and change your manual, which is your internal state. So you get a different reality, which is the surface level reality, is the effect, not the cause, remember. Hi, I am Riel. Check out the channel. We talk about sports, metaphysics, and pop culture.